What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you are enjoying your weekend. So, Empire actor Bryshere Gray has been arrested today. He was arrested and indicted for trespassing, booked in the Hallandale Beach in Florida. He was taken into custody on a trespassing an unoccupied structure or conveyance charge. So I'm not sure if he is homeless, but that's what the charge is. The record does not indicate the area that Gray allegedly trespassed. However, it does note that his charge status is pending trial and he has been placed on a $150 bond, which further indicates homelessness because he wasn't a threat to anyone. And my heart just breaks for him because I know that he's had a really difficult time in the industry. If you guys can remember, after Empire, he was in the New Edition story, and we really haven't heard much from him since, at least not in the Hollywood sector. A lot of it, unfortunately, has been him in and out of jail. So one Instagram user, Abel in More, wrote, quote, "It's so sad when actors start crashing out. Hollywood is a scary place." And she's absolutely right. Hollywood really is a scary place because, we've heard from a lot of people in the industry. Taraji B. Henson, she's a big advocate for mental health. Of course, she was his co-star on Empire. She played Cookie. But she said that, she was not paid her worth until she worked on Tyler Perry's plays or movie. That's one thing I can say. I know he's getting a lot of flack, and I was one of the people who said that he needed to hire writers, but I will say that I'm glad that he pays his actors what they're worth. I'm not sure if Bryshere Gray was paid what, he was worth. I know he was fairly new in the industry, but he was extremely talented. So it's unfortunate that he's ended up behind bars on a trespassing charge. That's a misdemeanor. Another Instagram user, Schuler King, he has a YouTube channel. He's a comedian and an undertaker. He's pretty funny. He said, quote, "I was about to say something funny, but his bruises changed my mind. God, please cover and heal this brother." And I agree with him wholeheartedly, right? One, if you guys have time, check out Schuler King's YouTube channel, support him. But two, he's absolutely right because a lot of people were asking about, like the bruises on his face, his lips, and things like that. And people have gone back and forth to thinking that, maybe he was just dehydrated. I initially thought that he had been in some kind of like fight or violence or altercation. Other people were thinking that it might have been some kind of substance issue. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, right, it's a reflection of what he's going through. We don't know all the details, but I do agree with Schuler, and I pray that, for his healing and hope that this charge is, since, the bond was so low, 150, that maybe it could be dismissed, that he could seek some kind of help or treatment. Um, Another Instagram user, Lovely Ti, added, quote, "This is sad. He has such a promising career. He's the epitome of the old saying, the fall of an empire. I hope he gets the help that he needs. Holly Weird definitely did a number on this young man." And that's exactly what I'm thinking as well. We've heard a lot of stories about him and his presence at, like Diddy parties, which those are slowly but surely coming out in the wash, that nothing good happens at a Diddy party, from, Usher saying that he would never want his son to be in the presence of Diddy. His parents failed him. His mom should have never let him go to be in, Diddy's custody as a young teenager. I don't know what she was thinking. Well, I do know what she was thinking, but it's unfortunate. And Usher said that he would never allow his child to go through that. Justin Bieber, you know what I mean? You could just see from his nonverbal body language when he was a teenager on up. Again, his mother failed him. She was looking at the dollar signs. She was not a very protective presence in his life. And so I feel like that, that's a pattern that I'm seeing. Taraji P. Henson was added by this Instagram user, Deanna Marguerite. She added Taraji and Terrence Howard. And she said, let's not let this talented young man lose his mind. Please help him. So she's asking that, his co-stars would step in and do something on his behalf, which again, hopefully maybe Taraji can reach out to him. Like I said, since she's such a huge mental health advocate. That's one thing I can commend LL Cool J. He tried to help his co-star, um, Maya Campbell. She was gorgeous, and she, was diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, but she has her own struggles with not only mental health issues, but substance abuse issues. And so LL reached out to her. Unfortunately, she's like, I don't really need help. And she kind of rejected his offers, but he at least reached out and let her know that he's always there to help her. And I hope that Taraji, and even Terrence Howard, I know Terrence is going through his own issues with the lawsuits, but I'm hoping that some mentor in his life can step in. Even, maybe the gentleman from New Edition, you know what I mean? Or even his co stars um, can rally around him and help him out. Because trespassing, again, and it's such a low level bond. I'm thinking, like, I don't know if some people were speculating, saying that, it led to allegations of possible homelessness. Um, and if so, that's really heartbreaking if that's true. Another Instagram user, To and Fro, added, quote, the rises and falls of Hollywood are so sad to see, especially with those so young and promising. I know Black folks can't miss out on a joke or two, and I get it, but I truly hope he's able to turn his life around. This mugshot is so telling and sad. And it's true. Again, like I said, a lot of people are trying to find out, what's going on. But all we know is that it says trespassing unoccupied structure, or conveyance. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it wasn't, like a trap house. Um, it looks like he is just not doing well, right? Like he has either gone through some kind of, I'll just say, physical alteration, right? We don't know if it's an external, internal situation, but his face is definitely altered. So, according to TMZ, Gray's legal troubles date back to at least 2019. In June of that same year, the actor was arrested after it was discovered that he was driving without a license or insurance. And then in May 2020, the actor found himself back in the headlines after his landlord sued him for over $26,000 in property damages reportedly caused by Gray. Okay, let me just take a pause here, because y'all remember back in 2020, they had even put a pause on the rent. So what was he doing causing $26,000 worth of property damage? That is crazy. In July of 2020, the actor was then arrested for allegedly abusing his wife and subsequently having a standoff with the cops. Not a standoff with the cops in 2020. Oh, sir, I'm grateful that he's still here breathing. I'm just being honest. That is super scary. In May of the following year, Gray was sentenced to 10 days in jail and 3 years probation for the incident. Most recently, in November 2022, after allegedly violating his probation and committing abuse against another woman. Okay, so this tells me that he needs some serious help. He really does. He needs I don't know if he needs a treatment facility. I know he definitely needs some anger management issues, possibly a really good therapist, a life coach, all of the above. But my heart goes out to him. You know what I mean? I knew that he was in and out. I just didn't know it was this frequent. So again, that lends me to believe that there are some deep underlying issues going on. Like Schuler King said, his face tells an even bigger picture of just unhealed trauma. So with that being said, I hope that, he finds the healing that he needs sooner than later, because one thing you don't want to do is have a standoff with the cops, period, under any circumstances. Rest in peace to, Sonia Massey. I couldn't even do a video about her. It was just so heartbreaking. But to, have mental health issues in a country that is so apathetic and indifferent to people who are really struggling, it's heartbreaking. So that's what I'm saying. I really hope that he gets the treatment and help and healing that he needs sooner than later, because we don't want another situation like that. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye, Aces.